The number 1 seed Detroit Lions are at home to begin their quest for the NFL's Holy Grail, ready to try and hunt down prey the city has craved worse than Mustafa craves a womp rat.
Division winners, back-to-back seasons, and the number 1 seed.
This is a gem of a divisional round game. Battle of the Dans, fourth down aficionados, Washington Commanders in town behind their phenom signal caller, and a doinkaroo.
The Washington Commanders off the upright, and it is in!
Commanders roll into the Motor City on a 6-game win streak. This is 2 top 5 scoring offenses going at it. Detroit, number 1 scoring team in the land, averaged 33 points per game in 2024, 3rd best in the red zone, 4th best on 3rd down, have put up 31-plus points in each of their last 5.
15-10, 5, red zone, touchdown Detroit Lions! Jahmyr Gibbs on 3rd down and 2 breaks it for 30.
Washington, 5th in scoring in 2024, put up a gritty 23 on the road in Jaden Daniels' first playoff game, a game he sparkled in.
This is a winning time moment.
Got away from Kalijah Kancey, dives for the first down to the 15. He is spectacular!
Commandos went for it 5 times on 4th down versus Tampa, converted 3. They were excellent converting on 4th down this year, and Daniels has been excellent at playing quarterback this year, including his playoff debut, 2 TDs, no picks, 260-plus yards, a 110 rate, 7.7 yards per attempt. So we're going to need to see some ID at this point. I'm not sure I'm buying this rookie business anymore.
There's nothing about him that resembles a rookie.
When he doesn't have the ball, Jared Goff will. It's a treat, I tell ya. Goff, 37 touchdowns, 4th most. 2nd highest rate, over 270 yards per game, 2nd most.
Sam Laporta!
I think Jared Goff did that on purpose.
Yeah.
He's Gossam, but not really the guy Washington's defense has to game plan for. It's complicated, but just know Detroit ended 2024 16th in pass attempts, 3rd in rush attempts, and their ground attack is expecting to hit with full force again. Washington has Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu at linebacker. Both guys' resumes speak for themselves, but on paper at least, this is a major mismatch. Washington gave up 4.5 yards per carry, 77 yards to Bucky Irving in their win. Detroit's rush attack is going up against a rush defense that gave up 4.9 yards per carry to running backs in 2024, only one team worse.
There is DeAndre Swift inside midfield to the 45 down the sideline, 15-10, end zone, touchdown!
No matter what, the Lions counter all that with Jahmyr Gibbs, 1,400-plus yards, tied for 1st in touchdowns, 5.6 per run, and man, that speed.
Gone, baby! 5, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions, 25 yards!
And Sonic is probably reunited with Knuckles this week. David Montgomery didn't play the last 3 games, but the 12 TD back is supposedly ready to go again.
Jerry gives it to Montgomery, left side, into the end zone, untouched.
That's a way to run.
Don't contain those two. Man, they get hard to stop, and the secondary Goff is dealing with has a Will Ferrell body of work for 2024. Like physically, it's hairy and not pleasant. Only faced 18 Baker Mayfield pass attempts last week, allowed 15 completions, 2 touchdowns, no picks, gave up a rating of 146, and gave up over 10 yards per attempt.
Mike Evans, 23, in front of number 23, Lattimore.
Saving grace last week, only gave up 185 yards through the air. They can live with that any game. And they held a high-scoring Bucs offense to 20 points, below their 2024 season average.
Irving, brought down.
Defending the pass wasn't a Commander's strength this year, though. They gave up 92 yards and a TD to Mike Evans. Cornerback Marshawn Lattimore lost that one-on-one. Next up, another top-shelf dude, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 115 catches, over 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns.
That is Amon-Ra St. Brown with it. Inside the 30, inside the 25, angling at the 15-10, 5 end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions.
They have to be able to handle a shot or two of Jameson, or 4 or 5. Williams, 1,000-plus yards, 7 TDs in a breakout year.
Down the right sideline, it is Jameson Williams who's going to walk into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tim Patrick, close to 400 yards, has had a few big games this season.
Tim Patrick, second of the night. They've got the lead back.
Tight end Sam Laporta, 700-plus yards, 7 TDs.
And then all of a sudden, Laporta comes screaming out the other side.
And Gibbs, over 50 catches, over 500 receiving yards this year. There isn't a more diverse passing attack in football.
I don't know how you cover that. I just don't know how you cover that. You can't.
Goff faced pressure 33% of the time, middle of the pack, 33 sacks taken, was top 10 good though. Taylor Decker at left tackle, Penei Sewell, first-team All-Pro at right tackle. Did lose guard Kevin Zeitler to an injury last week of the year. Chance he plays though at least. Washington pass rush they do battle with, tied for 11th in bags in 2024, have Dante Fowler, Dorrance Armstrong, but only managed 1 sack and 2 QB hits on 18 pass attempts versus Tampa.
Mayfield looking that way, throwing that way. Evans has got it, and he stretched for the first down.
So what about the defense Daniels faces? They lost cornerback Terrion Arnold to injury in their final game. It's policy apparently that one Detroit defender leave injured. Who knew? Arnold could play this week though. He's important. Detroit's defense, 7th in points per game allowed, best team on third down, top 10 in the red zone despite almost every guy they have on defense spending time with JD, Turk, and Perry.
It doesn't matter who's playing for us, it doesn't matter what's going on, you always find a way to win.
Lions secondary Daniels takes on, held quarterbacks to the lowest rate in the NFL, second lowest completion rate, cornerback Amik Robertson, sub 90 rate allowed, safety cornerback Brian Branch, 4 INTs, sub 75 rate, safety Kirby Joseph led the league with 9 INTs.
Play action from Purdy. This is picked. That's Joseph again.
Detroit held tight ends to the second lowest rate in the NFL this year. Tight end Zach Ertz is a key pass catcher for Washington, just 23 yards a week ago. Detroit held wide receivers to the second lowest rate. They'll battle Terry McLaurin this week, most targeted guy versus the Bucs, 7 catches, 89 yards and a TD last week, would get a 9+ grade on IMDb.
Daniels going end zone, touchdown! Washington takes the lead with Terry McLaurin.
Can De'Ami Brown produce like he just did? Normally a B-plot type character, last week matched Scary's production, 89 yards and a TD.
Daniels retreats, throw it end zone, touchdown!
One of the X factors, Daniels has games where he's sack-prone versus the Buccaneers, just 1 taken for 0 yards. Lions don't have a high sack total, solid pressure rate because they blitzed the 3rd most. Za'Darius Smith, their biggest threat, 9 sacks for 2024.
On cue is a pass rush, and Darnold will go down at the 2.
For the record, Daniels' rate versus the blitz this season, 114. He threw 12 touchdowns against just 1 pick. Here's another one. Lions' rush defense, only 1 team worse versus quarterbacks on the ground. Daniels led Washington in rush yards in their most recent win, and he ran for 900+ yards in 2024.
Heading towards the pylon. Touchdown!
Brian Robinson, Washington's RB1, not much of note last week. He can be hit and miss. Washington only gained 82 rush yards, just 2.5 a carry. Lions, 4.2 a run to running backs. That's better than average. Jack Campbell, 130+ tackles. Alex Anzalone, recently back from injury, makes a big difference.
Alex Anzalone, what did they ever do without him? I don't know.
Detroit lost to Buffalo and Tampa Bay this season, both games at home. So 7-2 in the den. Washington 6-3 on the road, including playoffs. This is the 4th time they've met in the postseason. Washington beat Detroit 27-13 in 1999, 41-10 in 1991, 31-7 in 1982. Those were Redskins teams, so maybe it'll be different with Commanders in play.